Sorry. Hello guys, it's me, Gager B, and this is the first episode of a new channel. Now all of you should know me from my nerdy showing, but if you just watch this video because, well, it's interesting, well, the link in the description to my old to my gaming channel, my nerdy showing. So welcome to the new channel, Nerdy Top 10s. Sorry, I forgot the name of it. Nerdy Top 10s. And today, we've got a special, well, we have a backstory. Now, this is a theory come up by myself. No one else has done. I've been searching the entire World Wide Webs, and I have not found a story behind Five Nights at Freddy's 2. So I thought I might as well make one. So, in this, I will be talking about the phone guy's messages and the little hints he leaves. So as you can see, the story behind Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Let's dig into it. On the first night, when phone guy calls you, so he begins out with saying how forget anything and how it says on the title card. It's not exactly what I'm going to be saying. I'm just going off those notes. So as it says at the beginning of the call, forget anything you ever heard about the company. Any rumors, any of this, because people have a bad taste in their mouth for this company, which makes you think, now there's two sides to this, prequel or sequel. Now it's been proven to be a prequel, because of just how everything takes place, and I'll get more into that, but some things kind of contradict it and make it a prequel. Like this, saying that people don't like the company, probably because Bite of 87, the foul odors, 5 children gone missing, all that stuff. And if you haven't heard any of these folklore for the original Five Nights at Freddy's, you need to go check this out. Why are you watching this video? This is for the prequel. But, so, then it tells you that they can walk around during the day. Now, I did write today because I'm smart, but, so it does say walk around during the day. And it says that now in the new, and this is all the stuff kind of proving, sort of. Now, it says that, that the animatronics now have a new criminal database locked into their facial recognition, so it knows when a criminal's coming near, and so it's safe. It's a lot safer. So if a robber's coming in, animatronics stuff them in the suit. I don't know how that's helpful. It's just a lot of murder. not that good. And then it also says that the second guard, so you are only the second guard to work there. But the first guard was complaining about his conditions. So he was complaining that some animatronics like to move at night. Now the phone guy goes and says that this was because he thinks that they weren't giving a proper nighttime mode. So when they kind of turn on in the night, since they don't hear anything, they try to go to where the party is because they don't think they're in the wrong spot. So they come to you because you're the only human there, and you've also got a blaring fan blowing in your headphones. But at the end he says, "You're golden." Why would he use this phrasing? Get into that later. Another thing with the criminal database, I will really get into later. Now, night 2 is that he tells you that the older models are in the back. So back in there, and they said that they were trying to, suit them with the new technology, retro them, make them awesome. And but now they use them as parts, because, and they're from the previous location. But what the phone guy says is because of smell, and they just look creepy. That's why they didn't really use them, because they aren't that kid-friendly. But smell, because in the first game, there was theories about the, 5 children, and having the mucus and blood around the eyes and mouth, and the smell of a reanimated corpse. So that goes against it's a prequel. I swear, the creator of this game, I forgot his name. I'm so smart. But he really needs to figure out if this is a prequel or a sequel. Because it is a prequel, but there's so many things contradicting that. And then it also says that now the new animatronics are soups kid friendly. And then the phone guy talks about Foxy the Pirate. He's like, hey, you ever seen Foxy the Pirate? Foxy the Foxy. And then but he does not. When he's talking about Foxy, he never mentions the Bite of 87, which in the first game he does nearly immediately. Now, and he also says that he is not fond of the puppet, which is the marionette. No one is fond of that guy. To be honest, what YouTuber likes the marionette? So maybe there's actually some hidden stuff with the marionette. I don't know. Okay, Night 3. Now, about the Bite of 87, maybe that's not happened again. 87, we'll get into that later. So, again, he's talking about how he loves Foxy in the third night, but then he was saying how the owners thought that Foxy was too scary. So they tried to make a new Foxy more child-friendly, but toddlers are horrible people, and kept tearing the new Foxy apart, who I guess the name was Toy Foxy, apparently. Foxina. It is a female, but or it could be like Birdo from the Mario series. Ooh, theory. But so why is and so eventually they had to shut down the attraction basically because the new Foxy was taking care of the toddlers, entertaining them, but they would always rip them apart. The staff always had to put them back together, so they made it into a take apart, put back together attraction. Then the 5 children missing is slightly mentioned, very, very slightly, because it's talking about like an investigation. Dagard doesn't mention anything about the children, though. Theory confirmed. That. Now, if you ever watch the channel Game Theorist, and you've seen their the Five Nights at Freddy's theory, it's saying that the guard. No, actually, it wasn't Game Theorist. He's saying that you are the criminal. There's this one theory where he's saying that you killed the 5 children, like the security guard, the day guard, did, and it's very, very convoluted. But so I'm thinking that the day guard actually did, like it's proven now, because the day guard doesn't mention anything about the 5 children, and he's the one that would have seen anything, so he could get away with it. Another thing, if we go back to night 1, or was it night 1, right? He complained about his conditions. He couldn't do anything during the night. And also with the, sorry I'm going back and forth, but, criminal database, it says on the 4th night that, the animatronics have been acting weird, they have been hacked into, there's an investigation going on, and, they're closing for a few days, they're going to be closing for a few days, children are going missing is normal. I wrote that because the phone guy seemed pretty chalant about it all. He was like, well, there's kind of an investigation going on. It's nothing that bad. And then tampering with face recognition, which means that he is a criminal. But, who killed 5 children? It gets convoluted. But, so he would have had to hack into the criminal database so that it couldn't do that anymore. It would hack into the face recognition, so it wouldn't recognize him as a criminal. He could do whatever he wanted. It also says that, yeah, the animatronic's acting weird. And then here, on night 5, the phone guy tells you, the building is under lockdown. No previous employees are allowed in. Now, what this is saying is, he says, no employees are allowed in, especially previous ones. Saying that the guy on the day shift got fired or quit. Because, as you can see, day shift person quitter was fired, and the original restaurant owner, which was Fredbear's Family Diner. So he's trying to contact them, so they maybe where the 4 animatronics came from in Golden Freddy. that may be where they came from, was that place. And no former or current employees allowed in. But on night 5 you get your paycheck, which is 150 cents, which that is cheaper than the paycheck in the first game, which means this one has to take place in the past, where minimum wage was less, which if you watch Game Theorist, he goes into a lot of that. And so, crazy, right? Yes. Now, here we go. Into night 6. The place has been shut down. Someone used yellow suit in the back. Golden theory confirmed again. People were saying that Golden Freddy was the suit that the man who lured the 5 children into the back used. It says on the phone call. It happened. Place closed. Someone used the yellow suit in the back. He's saying, he's all worried. He's like, the place is closed. Someone used the yellow suit in the back, yada yada yada. And then one event planned tomorrow. He's saying, there's one event planned tomorrow at the birthday. Keep your eyes on the animatronics so they don't hurt anyone. Bada bing, bada boom. If they open back up, you will be on the day shift, and Phone Guy will take the night shift. You are the day shift on the party day, which I guess I don't know. Night 7 doesn't make sense, but in this, actually I'll get into night 7. But on this, so the next day on the party day, basically, you get to be the day shift, hooray. And Phone Guy takes the night. Now, night 7. On the end of night 7, this shows this, now this is of course the old game. I just needed the fire farm, which I couldn't find on Google Image, so. But on the end of the 7th night, it shows that this is your first day. On the slip, it says, first day on the job, you're fired. And, you're fired because of tampering with the animatronics and odor, which you can see on the old one. But tampering with animatronics, I think that on the 7th night, you are playing as the day shift guard. And what happens is it's your first day shift. So it would be your first day of that job. And you tamper with them. And I don't know what odor means, but it sounded like odor to me. So I'm saying that the odor was coming from the animatronics. You did something. And also, on the paycheck that you get after the 5th night, which I didn't show, I'm sorry, I forgot all about it. It says that this takes place in the year 87. And that you are a different guy from you're a different guy that isn't in the first game. Which means that maybe the guy that you are takes the day shift in the first game. In your night shift. Cool, right? And what happens with Phone Guy in the second game is he records, when the place opens, he records these messages for anyone new. Whoever comes in for the job, you hear these messages, basically. Because it's saying how he's finishing up his last week there, because he took the night shift when it reopened. Which means that you, the guy in the second game, took the day shift when it opened. So, do you believe the theory? Which is that the day guard did it all. And that the 5 children confirmed Golden Freddy was used to do it. Now you may be asking me, Gager B, what about the Easter egg mini-games? Well, I think that is you playing as the day shift guard again, not just on the 7th night, and that is you hacking into the animatronics. But the animatronics keep somehow stopping you. Like it's like a mental code. Now the other thing where you are Freddy and you're zooming around the room, I've got nothing for that. That's just odd. I've really got nothing. But I'll leave you off on this note.